Alright, hello everyone, this is Soul Horizons Tarot. This is a love reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of May. This is going to be a general reading, so not all messages will apply to everyone. If it's not your story, do not force it. Some of it may resonate for you, but if the first three placements that we go over do not resonate, chances are the outcome or any of the others aren't going to, but you can still get some good information or messages from the reading. I've already pre-shuffled my cards. There will be a definite two-part, but possibly even a third part. I'm going to do the first part, which is this one, as the short version. The other part, or part two, will be an extended, deeper look, much more in-depth look at what's going on. So if you don't want to watch the longer version, you can stick with this one, or you can stick around and watch the extended version. So we're going to start right now. Like I said, I've already pre-shuffled, so I'm going to quickly, or as quickly as I can, lay out your spread. And again, this is a general reading, so if the messages that you're hearing do not resonate with what's going on, then you might want to check out some of your other placements. So for the sign of Aquarius, in love. Best interest, gracious, good, highest potential. Also, the signs and or gender of the card that I give do not always apply as well. It's more about the energy of the card. You very well could be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. We've got, or you could have those placements in your chart as well. I'm going to go ahead and lay out the second one. We're not going to go over these until probably later. I'll see how I feel. I don't want to spend all my time doing clarifiers. One more. Clarify. Clear, accurate stories so they properly interpret and relay the messages they need most at this time. In love, for the sign of Aquarius, please. Only what serves towards their best interest, greatest good, highest potential, in love. Let me put this up under, there we go. Alright, so we're starting off with your current energy situation. We do have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups can be a card about celebration. So you could be celebrating, it could be a party, a birthday. This is for Aquarius, so it wouldn't be yours. Some kind of celebration, some kind of reunion. It could also be talking about a friendship. So for some of you, you may be You may have a reconciliation going on, where you meet up with somebody that you've lost touch with, or, you know, somebody's celebrating something with you, or vice versa, you're celebrating something with someone else. I kind of want to do clarifiers for the first couple, just so I have an idea, and then I'll wait. In fact, that's what we're going to do. So, oh. Okay. For some of you, you may be walking away from a particular connection. It could be a friend, something that started out as a friendship, but you've chosen, or the other person has chosen, to walk away, to reject it. Maybe some of you are rejecting the idea of, because this is a lover reading, rejecting the idea of staying friends with someone that you want more with, or they want more with you. You friend-zoned someone, and you've chosen to walk away from it because whatever your reason might be. We'll definitely clarify that. But it does look like, because the Five of Pentacles is a card of feeling rejected, feeling abandoned. Sometimes it can talk about codependency or a sense of lack, focusing on the word lack. Whether it's true or not, it's what the focus is. There's something that is not fulfilling in some way, and it is to do with this Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, again, can be a friendship, a reconciliation of some kind. There could be a third-party situation going on. It's not always the case with the Three of Cups. Some of you could even be celebrating the fact that you finally walked away from something, or you have been let go of a particular situation. I know that this is Cups, so it's a water feeling, but I do get this is your energy. I don't know why I'm getting Taurus with these cards. I guess because usually the Three of Cups is a card about the harvest time, which is kind of Taurian energy there. Some of you may have been rejected or abandoned or walked away from a situation, and you're leaning on your friends for support, or you have a support system in place that you're kind of leaning on and trying to make it through a difficult period. The Five of Cups is kind of a heavy, or excuse me, Five of Pentacles is a heavy energy of trying to cope and navigate through a difficult period. So we'll definitely clarify this in the extended. If this resonates for you, you might want to stick around. If this is already not sounding like your story, I mean, clarifiers always change the story itself. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else, so that's why I'm pausing. Yeah, back to what I was saying, where some of you may be leaning on a support system. Some of you may have a child. You're a single mother or single father, and you have just left a situation where this is the reason why you are a single mother or single father. You've left a relationship where you are dealing with more of the responsibility, and it's put you in a place where you're not especially financially stable, but it doesn't necessarily have to be finance related. You could be okay financially, but lacking emotionally, or physically ill or unwell. So that seems to be your current situation. That's what I'm going to go with so far until we clarify further. Either other people surrounding you are helping you through a difficult time, or again, some of you may even be celebrating the fact that you have finally cut yourself off, or cut someone off from your energy, and it's kind of a celebratory thing. Like you're releasing something, or somebody releasing you was actually a good thing. So let's move on. What's crossing you as a challenge or obstacle is the Seven of Cups, and this one. Yeah, for a lot of you, this was a marriage or a commitment. It doesn't necessarily have to be like literal marriage. It can be a commitment, a long-term commitment of some kind. Now that can be a love commitment. It can be a commitment with work, family. With the Seven of Cups, though, it may have, whatever this was, where you walked away or someone walked away from you, it's put you in a place of not knowing how to move forward. With the Seven of Cups, this is confusion, this is self-delusion. You know, it can be talking about a lot of things opening up for you, a lot of opportunities being presented and not knowing which one to choose from. But with what we have so far, it makes more sense to me that it's like questioning, where do I go from here? Because there was some kind of commitment here, or maybe the lack of commitment, but now it's making you question yourself, your direction, your own emotional stability or ability to connect with others or even yourself. It's like it's a feeling of self-doubt here, or maybe even doubt surrounding the things that you once held to be true, ideas, and not necessarily rules, but tradition, questioning tradition, maybe an approach that you've always taken, and now you're questioning if that's the right course of action for you, if the way that you've gone about things in your life has benefited you. You're questioning your own sense of what is right and what is wrong, what's your truth. But again, if this is somebody that's left a marriage or commitment, this is leaving that is now opening up this confusion, this lack of clarity with the Seven of Cups. So there is a lack of clarity surrounding this Hierophant. That is Taurus energy, by the way. The Hierophant is the sign of Taurus. So you very well may be questioning yourself. Questioning your commitments to things or people. We'll definitely clarify that. But yeah, a lack of clarity, confusion surrounding whatever's going on here. Whether you were left or you chose to walk away. With this Five of Pentacles. Again, you may be celebrating the fact, or you may be leaning on others for support, kind of rebuilding friendships and connections because you are going out on your own, or you were forced into a position where you had to choose that for yourself. So let's look at the person or situation most on your mind. You have the Eight of Swords. You're mentally trapped at this time, so that makes sense with the Seven of Cups being confused. With the Eight of Swords, this feels stuck, bound, especially mentally. Clarifying that, we have the Nine of Cups. So for those of you that were in a marriage or a long-term commitment, you may be wondering if you may not have left a situation, or someone may not have. You may be in the process of figuring out if that's what you want to do, because we do have these two saying, or kind of second guessing a commitment of some kind. Again, whether that's a commitment to a partner, a business, a career choice, even certain values. With the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Cups is about emotional fulfillment. It's not quite the Ten of Cups where we have everything we want emotionally, we're satisfied completely, but it is very close. So it's like feeling bound to a situation where because the Five of Pentacles is here, again, this is a focus on lack. Whether that is true, people on the outside may see what you have and think that you have it all, but somewhere within you, you're not quite content. Or it's the other way around. The person that you are dealing with is not behaving in a way that they are, fulfilled in some way. They're making you question the commitment, because even though you're giving it your all, they still seem to feel like they are lacking something. They are not completely fulfilled. I say that because this is the person or situation on your mind. So this could be you thinking about your own happiness, your own emotional fulfillment, or it could be somebody that you're thinking about, or a situation that you're thinking about that is giving you the perception that they are bound to something that should be fulfilling, but for whatever reason is not. Because if it's fulfilling, or what it makes you happy, you won't feel tied to it in this way. Like the Eight of Swords is like mental imprisonment, or it can be literal incarceration, but it usually not. And with the Hierophant here, this could be kind of a situation where it's practical, it makes sense, but it doesn't necessarily make you happy or make this person happy. It's as an example, this is like a marriage of convenience or a relationship of convenience where you feel trapped inside it, or they do, because they've committed themselves to it. They don't want to leave because it does supply it does give the Nine of Cups. They can be happy with it, but there's still one cup missing. I hope that makes sense to you. To those of you that this resonates with so far. Somebody in the situation is not completely happy, but they still feel tied to it. And it's because of the Hierophant. This is, it's traditional way of going about things. It's in a commitment, that is, you stick by the person. And that's what the Hierophant is. It's contractual. So literally being tied to a contract where somebody is not, there's something missing. There's a feeling of lack. So let's move on. Let's see. To what you may not know. This is your perception of the person and or situation on your mind, and this is the reality of it, the truth. So we have the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and then we also have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy. So whether that's the person you're dealing with or not, again, the signs don't always apply. Flip this if this is not you and this is the other person. If you're confused about their actions or your own, what's going on underneath that you're not 100% aware of, or maybe you're just subconsciously aware of. Somebody is trying to balance themselves out emotionally. The Temperance card is a card of alchemy, balance, healing. It's also a card of divine timing. It kind of gives the feeling that whoever this Queen of Cups is trying to be fair to everyone involved, including themselves, but they're trying to take everything into account and adjust accordingly. We're definitely going to have to clarify this one, because that's not giving me a whole lot of information about the truth of what's on your mind or who is on your mind. If it's a what, it's your own emotional fulfillment, what makes you happy, what you can contend with, deal with, and what you can't, and kind of being stuck in your head about it. Or if it's a person, then you're thinking about a person that isn't seeming to make any action, but they're content with just holding on. are keeping you holding on. This is your perspective of it though, and this is the truth of it. The truth of the situation is that somebody is trying to be fair. They are coming in with, it's not a selfishness here. They're not trying to be selfish. If this is you, you're not trying to be selfish. You're trying to be fair and balanced for everyone. We're definitely going to have to clarify this. Or maybe possibly waiting for the right time to express something. We do have the King and the Queen of Cups, and that is a divine, a pair. So two people that match each other. I'm going to have to clarify that before I say too much more on that. So recent past, we have the Five of Swords and the King of Cups. So that seems like some tension, arguments possibly, drama. The Five of Swords is a card of, it's not like super heavy conflict, but it can become heavy. This is like two people or a group, more than one individual that they're having a hard time properly collaborating. It's like two people that are very opinionated or ambitious, and they kind of like butt heads with how to approach things, how to deal with things, what actions to take. Being that these are both the Queen and King of Cups, this could be like emotionally stubborn or set in their ways, where you both are. I mean, you are Taurus. No, wait, why did I say Taurus? Aquarius. So Aquarius is very much that way. Doesn't like, it's not they don't like rules, they just like going about things in their own way. They march to the beat of their own drum. So that's kind of that energy. It does seem like there's love here, because again, we have cups. We've got the Three of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the King and the Queen of Cups. We've got the Seven of Cups. So there are emotions involved here. So it does seem like you know this person. It doesn't seem like a stranger or if I go quiet, it's just because I'm looking at everything all together. The Five of Swords, there could have been an argument, a disagreement, a misunderstanding, miscommunication with this King of Cups. Whether that's you or the person, it doesn't matter, male, female, it does not matter. There could have even been some emotional, like, friction. Like, almost like love languages being mixed up. Like two people that can't properly express themselves because they're not feeling understood, or that they're not understanding the other person. That's what that feels like so far. Now, when we clarify this, that could completely change. But again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, specifically Scorpio, does not have to be. So in moving forward, and we're not gonna do the rest of these clarifiers. We're gonna keep it short. Recap. From the past, we're looking at a friction, possible arguments, butting of heads, a hard time cooperating with someone. It could be drama, it could be like distraction or a little bit of chaos going on that prevents a steady flow. Down here we have somebody's trying to, with the alchemy card, the temperance card, somebody's trying to fix that. They're trying to resolve that or address that. It could be you, or it could be the other person, because we do have the King and the Queen. It could be your person is trying to alleviate or properly maintain something. But with your current, somebody is or already has walked away from a situation. Or they feel in some way rejected. They feel in some way like they're not getting out of it what they need. This is causing confusion and like self-doubt trying to understand the Hierophant, which is value. What are my values? What is my truth? And again, with up here, this is either your own happiness or you see your person as not acting, like kind of being a stick in the mud. Like, we could be happy, but you won't do the things that I need you to do or that you need to do in order to progress. Or not knowing how to fix the situation to where there's 9 of Cups for the both of you. But there is somebody that is doing that, whether that's you or the other person. What you're not aware of is that and I'm going to assume it's the other person, because you view them as being stuck and not doing anything. And if you're not dealing with a person, then this is a situation where you can't make moves. You are stuck and you can't make moves towards your 9 of Cups. Or possibly that you're tied to a situation that potentially could be good, but for whatever reason, again, with that 5 of Pentacles, there's something missing. Alright, so what's coming towards you is the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of hard work, perfecting something. You go from the 5 of Pentacles to the 8, so I do see progress there, possibly more so financially, but if you are in a relationship, this could be progress or something to work towards, something that you can actually fix, something that you can actually resolve. It's like now you have a goal to work towards with the 8 of Pentacles. Now you know a direction and you can work on it. So that seems like it's good. We are making progress here, but it does take discipline. It does take determination with the 8 of Pentacles. This is somebody that, you know, has a clear goal in mind and they work very hard towards completing it. And that's very Taurian energy there as well. So that's what's coming towards you. I don't want to look at the clarifier because otherwise we'll go over my time. I've got 12 minutes left. Your advice is the Page of Swords. So this could be talking about, depending on clarifiers, looking into something, investigating, doing some research, possibly asking for more information, you know, through friends, 3 of Cups, family members. If it's a work thing, then obviously you could look into that, asking around colleagues, co-workers, your boss. But the Page of Swords is the investigator, the detective of tarot. So it's talking about looking into something, seeking out more information, opening your mind also to new information, not just sticking in one direction and only allowing yourself to move or do. That's that Hierophant. He's kind of restrictive in that way. It says this is the way it's done and no other way works. The Page of Swords is asking you to do that, to determine a new way or a new idea. Again, clarifier will tell us a little bit more about what you should be looking into. But this is basically do your homework, do your research. Possibly do your research before you bind yourself to a contract. That may be a lesson that you are supposed to learn here. Because somebody does feel bound to a situation, trapped. And that's kind of the energy I'm getting off of this, is like, this reading so far kind of feels like, again, a connection, whether it's love related or friendship related or family related, where you feel bound, contractually bound to something, and now you're starting to question the wisdom of it or what you're getting out of it. So let's move on. The outcome card here, outcome is probable, not definitive. You have free will. There's the will of others, your own will, divine will, or outside will. whether you want to say it's fate or God or karma or whatever. Regardless, this is not definitive, especially being a general collective reading. But if things continue on as they have been, you're looking at the Nine of Swords. And this is overcome with worry, anxiety, stress, fear, sleepless nights. Whatever it is you're stressing about here and here and here it's increasing the load on you, mental strain with that Nine of Swords. We go from the 8 to the 9. So you are getting somewhere, but it's a continuation of mental anxiety. Whatever this is that's stressing you out, it is coming to a head here, which we'll see if that resolves itself or whether you stay stuck. Some of you may be overanalyzing, being too self-critical of yourself or the other person or the situation. That's not exactly a great outcome, but again, clarifiers can change the story. And so what we're looking at, I usually do overall energy, but I wanted to know what all this is about. What is this reading about, or who is it about? And we have the Tower. That's Scorpio energy, Scorpio Aries. Does not have to be, but we're talking about a change, a significant shakeup, a tearing down of something that no longer serves you. And I'm looking at the Hierophant. It could be the Hierophant that's being shaken up. Again, your own set of values, your own set of ideals, whether that's like religious, cultural, societal ideas that you stick by because society tells you so, or your religion tells you so, or your parents told you so, or, etc. It's the tearing down of that structured kind of way of life, way of thinking. That could be it, or it could be a shakeup in a connection, a tearing down, a disruption or destruction. The Tower is not always, it gets a bad rap. It can be very necessary. Usually the Tower is necessary, but it's kind of karma or God or whatever you believe in. It's that stepping in, and because you're sitting in that Eight of Swords, the Tower is shaking things up, trying to make you see, trying to fix the situation because it wasn't being addressed. That's basically what this reading is about, is the Tower. The shaking up of something, the breakdown of something, so that you can build it stronger, better. The Tower only comes down because it's on weak foundation. So now you have an opportunity here, as difficult as the Tower might be, to make something stronger, to build it better. So that is the short reading. I'm going to do part 2 for the extended. Yeah, so all my information is in the description box below if you're wanting a personal reading. If you want to see where I am, social media, I really don't get on much, but all that information is down there. Please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, share, so I can grow my audience a little bit. I would really appreciate it. But thank you if you stuck around, thank you for sticking around and spending that time here. I will talk to you soon. Hopefully this helped some of you. And yeah, I'll talk to you again.